What's up guys, it's Madame McClelland here at beautiful Haibu Conservation Area with another workout for you. This one's focused on the upper body and getting your heart rate up with some cardio. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start with our warm up. We've got 30 seconds apiece for all our exercises. We're gonna start with some butt kicker arm swings. And so that's just, you're warming up the front of your thighs and kicking yourself in the butt, and you're crossing your arms over from left to right. So make sure you alternate between which side that you cross your arms. You don't want to get into bad habits and always be doing the same thing over and over again. It's good to mix things up when you're working out. Next up, we've got an overhead reach with a toe touch. So you're going to reach up overhead. You can do a side bend if you want, and then reach down and touch your toes. If you can't touch your toes, try to get as far down as you can, obviously without causing any pain. Okay. Touch those toes. Okay, next up we've got a lat step with a row. So we're stepping laterally. And if you're feeling a bit more warm, you can go down deeper. And then you're doing a standing row. So we're working the upper and the lower body and getting everything ready for work. So if you want to sink down into a lunge, that's fine. Or if you want to keep it light, like just a step, that's fine too. Okay, next up we've got squats. So this can be as shallow or deep as you want, but just making sure that you have a flat back. So the angle of your shin should imitate the angle of your back when you squat down. Whether you're squatting from here or whether you're squatting all the way down nice and deep like what I was doing. Okay, next up we've got a side lunge. So put your feet nice and wide apart, and then you're lunging from side to side. And just the same as with a squat, you can go down deep, or you can make this lighter if your muscles aren't warm yet, or you're looking to have an easier day. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, next up we've got Switchfoot jumps. So this is a higher cardio move, and you're just switching your feet back and forth. You can shake out your arms if you want. Get a little arm action in there, or just keep it to the legs. Okay, last up we've got up and out jacks. So if you want to keep it low impact, you just go to the side like this. Otherwise, you're going to go up for a regular jumping jack and then out in front. Make sure you keep your arms as straight as you can. You don't want any sort of half jumping jacks. That's not good for the warm-up. Okay, that's it for our warm-up. Let's get started with the workout. Hey guys, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with a push-up. So for me, I do my push-ups from my knees, like this. But if you can do your push-ups from your feet, that's great too. The key is you're keeping a straight back, right? And you're trying to do full range of motion. So you're trying to get your face as close to the ground as you can. So if you're up here and you can only go down here, I would drop to my knees, right? Or if you're up here and you're doing this, that's not a push-up. So it's better, I would rather have you do one push-up completely correctly and then have to take a break than do 50 push-ups all incorrectly, right? Keep going. Okay, there's your break. So we're going to be alternating in this workout between body weight, upper body, and cardio. So for this, we're doing a butt kicker plus a squat drop. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, drop down for a squat. And then if you want low impact, you just drop down. Try to alternate what foot you start your butt kicker on. So do left one time and right the other. Okay, there's your break. Next up, we're back to the upper body. We're doing a traveling row. So I'll show you what that is in a second. You're going to be standing up for this. Okay, you're going to be squeezing back as far as you can at different locations. So sometimes you're going to be doing a row up high like this, and then work your way down. It's important you keep your muscles really tight for this so that you get antagonistic motion. That's a fancy way of saying your muscles are contracted. A lot of people like to use weights for upper body. I do. But there's still ways that you can get in a workout without them and get strong. Okay, so there's our rest. With your rest, you can have something simple like just walking from back and forth, or you can do something more like a boxer shuffle or burpees even. So next up, we're doing plank jacks. So we'll get on the floor. And you do, it's like a jumping jack, but in a plank. So low impact would be plank steps, stepping from side to side. Or if you can't do a full plank, you can go to your knees and go from side to side that way as well. Okay, but otherwise you're up. Keep going. Okay, there's your rest. Okay. The next thing we're going to be doing is arm circles, which seem like something that should be really simple, but end up being tricky once you do it for long enough. So your arms are out, and you're just doing small circles forward. And midway through the interval, we're going to switch directions. So we're switching, and now switching directions. Remember to breathe. Make sure your circles are just small. You don't want a big, large circle. That won't make your shoulders burn nearly as much. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Drop it. Oh, gotta shake out my arms for that one. The next thing we have, and this is the last move before we get a quick water break, is we're going to be doing runners. And just like with the arm circles, where we switched midway through, we're going to switch with the runners. So I'm starting with my right. It's like you're pushing and pulling at the same time. Okay, switch. Remember to breathe. Remember, it's only 10 more seconds before you get a quick water break, so put yourself into it. Okay, you made it to the water break, so grab a quick drink of water and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back for the second half. We're starting with a side star plank. So you're gonna get into a plank position and then open up to a side star. And then alternate to the other side. Once again, if you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. The most important thing is that you are challenging you. So if it's challenging for you on your knees, you should do it, okay? Five more seconds. Okay, here's our rest. The next move is something called a round of applause. Just be prepared. It's pretty high cardio. So you reach down, you tap your heels, and then you jump up and clap. Okay, if you are doing a low impact, you would just go up and do a calf raise. Okay, and you'd do a little jump like that instead of the full one. It's hard to click your heels. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, so our next one is going to be down on the floor again. It's a tricep push-up plus a child's pose. So this one will be done from your knees. So for a tricep push-up, with a regular push-up you go out like this. For a tricep push-up you keep straight down. So you do a tricep push-up and then you reach back for a child's pose. Remember to breathe. And remember, don't stay too long in the child's pose because you're not at the cool down yet. Not yet. Three, two, one. Okay, so you only have one last move for this workout, and it is just plain old jumping jacks. Nothing fancy. Gotta dust all the grass off. So if you're doing low impact, you're going like this, right, from side to side. And then if you're doing high impact, you're jumping with your arms straight. Remember to breathe. Always good to do in through your nose, out through your mouth. Remember, this is your last interval before you get a nice cool down and stretch. So keep going if you can. Okay, that is it for this workout. So grab a quick drink of water and I'll see you for the cool down. Okay guys, you've made it to the cool down. Congratulations. We're going to do a total body cool down. So we're going to start by just lifting our arms up above our head, get a nice stretch, hold that. And then to the other side. And then stretch out again. And then touch the ground. We're only going to hold this briefly as we're going to go into the hamstrings in a bit. Up again. From one side to the other. Okay. Just shake out your legs a bit. If they're talking to you, swing your arms a little bit. There should be a lot of blood circulating in the body, so it's good to keep that going before you do the static stretches. So we're going to stretch our arms out. So you're going to take one arm and stretch it across your body and then hold it there. This should be a great stretch if you're at the computer a lot, because sometimes these muscles can get pretty sore from always being hunched over a computer. Okay, switch sides. Okay, now we're going to stretch our triceps. So you're going to reach behind yourself and touch either here or here. I like to touch kind of in between my shoulder blades there. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. Take nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, now we're going to go into some stretches. We're going to start with a warrior warrior 2. Put your leg out and have one foot facing towards the screen or wherever you're watching on. Nice straight arms. Roll your shoulders so their shoulders aren't all scrunched up there. Hold that. Reach for the sky with an extended side angle. If you're really flexible, you might be able to put your hand all the way to the ground, but that's not necessary today if you're not there. And then we're going to reach back for a peaceful warrior. Okay, switch sides. So we're starting with the warrior 2 again. Holding that. Arms straight. Then up to the sky with the extended side angle. And then you can touch the ground if you're flexible enough. And then back for a peaceful warrior. Okay, so now we're going to stretch out our quads. You may want a wall for this if your balance is not the best. You can also touch your finger to your nose. I find that helps for balance. Or switch sides. You can pick a spot on the wall and just look at it, and it can really help with your balance. Okay, now we're going to stretch our hamstrings, so we're going to keep a straight back at first. And for that, you might have a limited range of motion, so that's fine. As long as your back's straight, it's stretching a certain part of the hamstring. You can just rest your hands on your knees if you want. Okay, and then go down, touch your toes, or get as far as you can. back up. Now we're just going to stretch our inner thighs. So if you're not super flexible, you're gonna bend one leg and then you're gonna lean back towards the one straight leg, and that stretches your inner thigh. If you're more flexible, you're gonna go down all the way to the ground. Okay, stretch it out this way. That's only if you're feeling more confident with your stretching today. Okay. Switch sides. So once again, this is the more shallow way, or you can go down deeper, which is what I'm going to do today. Okay, and that is it. That is your cool down. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.